everybody. Well, guess what? It's time for the July energy update. And what I just realized was I totally lost track of the date. And so the video I have just before this, which is approximately 15 minutes long, which was an energy update after the solstice, kind of what's been going on lately, launched into the July and summer energy update. So part of what you're going to want for the July energy update is in this past video that I just put out. So what I'm going to do today, I've asked if we can just continue along that vein. Oh, a lot of energy in this. It's interesting how that happens to me. I kind of know that I'm supposed to be doing this by those big energy waves I get when I first start a video. Anyway, needless to say. So you're going to want to listen to that if you haven't already. This is going to be an add-on, and I'm just going to add a couple other different things too that I want you to know about I think will be helpful for your journey. So again, this is the July energy update, a little different than I normally do. But I don't know about you, but time is just, again, getting weirder. And I looked at the date when I posted that video just yesterday, which would have been Monday. This is probably going out on Thursday, which would be the 30th, needless to say. And I could not believe it was the 27th. So I hope you are finding your way through these changing times and, trying to be able to keep up with the days that are just seem to be flying by. And yet at the same time, what I have realized is within our days, we can actually manage time. They just said manipulate time. See, that's true. And a big part of that is being able to stay in the focus now moment. I might do a video on that sometime of how to manage time. I've been trying to learn more about that for myself. Be able to slow time down. I don't know if we want it to move faster, maybe, sometimes. But it's part of this journey. It really is part of this journey. And it's also why we're starting to see this odd, and it's everybody. It's, people that aren't even consciously going through awakening, and young people are having this issue with time. And in the past, it was always, when you got older, you kind of like time was weird, but it's everybody now. Anyway, my point is I may try to give you some sense of how we can manage time. I did not expect that to come through, but we may do that. So I'm going to start out today by giving you a book idea. I got to tell you, this came into my awareness like a lot of things do, very synchronistically or kind of magically. So I was down at my city library. I'm actually picking up books for my mom, and I could live in the library, but I rarely get books just because I don't sit down and spend time. And this summer I've really been trying to do that. So anyway, I was picking up her books, and I went to the new bookshelf, and I had two books that popped out at me. One of which I'm going to highly recommend for anybody. And the thing is, this author does not talk in awakening terms, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is all about inner healing, self-healing. And it offers us the opportunity to learn to take ourselves in the direction of the life we were meant to live. You know how I've been talking about this, right? I've been talking about how we're at the fork in the road. We have this opportunity now, whether it's in small signs and messages or major things happening that now we're getting big synchronicity to follow that path, is the life we were meant to live. So this book is called Change Your Life's Direction. Break free from your past inertia and chart a better future. It's by Jim Taylor, PhD. Again, this is the book. So I picked it up, and I'm going to tell you right now, it speaks in, I'll just say, when I say layperson's terms, non-awakening lingo. But it's applicable. It's all the inner healing, and it helps you understand and then in this, it pops up the true self and the false self, which I could not believe because I've been talking about this, right? So it really helps us look at ourselves very specifically, how we react to outer world, how our patterns have been created over time, how we can start recognizing those and how they're impacting us today, and in many cases, one way or another, keeping us from being all we can be. And this is the awakening journey, right? The awakening journey brings us back into ourselves. So I'm going to highly recommend this book. In fact, I don't buy books. I'm buying this book. It's a fantastic reference to be able to move back into, picking up some pieces of knowledge down the road after you've already read it once. So I can't really highlight it this time, but I am going to buy this book. So Change Your Life's Direction. Again, it speaks exactly to the inner journey of the awakening. So highly recommend that. Okay, so, and I will just tell you right now, I'm 3/4 of the way through. So up to this point, it's been absolutely fantastic. The other thing it does, I've noticed too, is because I work with so many people individually, I have a tendency to take this and apply it to other people and go, oh, wow, seeing how this fits into family members, friends, loved ones. Don't miss applying it to yourself, okay? Because we can kind of do that, right? Like, oh, this person is this. Really, I had to sink back in and go, okay, how's this apply to me? How's this apply to me? And a lot of that has to do with the work that I do. But you will also be able to learn, I think, very specifically about what your loved ones, friends, family are going through as well. And I do feel it helps us be kinder and more empathic or have greater empathy, I should say, for ourselves and for other people. So remember, a big part of this journey as we move forward in the awakening and become more aware is to be able to become the observer to the things that really trigger us and really they just said get your goat. Get your goat. Okay. So that really get your goat, or that really get you riled up. And usually those are the people that are the closest to us. So one of the biggest pieces of this journey, this interpersonal journey, and being able to continue to manage our emotions and manage who we are and be able to reflect back is how we respond to the other, okay? And most often it's close family members. I mean, I don't care how advanced we get in this journey, advanced, right? How advanced we get in this journey are the ones closest to us trigger us the most. So becoming that observer is critical, and practicing that. You got to consciously practice that, stepping away. So again, this book talks about a lot of what I talk about, but I think you're going to love it if you choose to use it as kind of a guide for self-healing. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Carolyn. I'm a channel. I'm a distance energy healer, and I'm a spiritual awakening mentor. I offer these channels from the Light Keepers and from Jennifer and myself, and then from myself, for your awakening and ascension journey. So you can take pieces of this away and add it to the puzzle of your life journey. I always say, take what resonates and then toss the rest aside. Again, this is about taking a piece here, taking a piece there, and saying, this resonates. Okay, this is helping me on my journey. So hopefully you'll find that for yourself today. So thank you for everybody who is always here every time, and I really appreciate your comments and love learning from you guys as well. Because like I've told a lot of people, I'm going through the journey too. I just happen to be teaching what I'm learning and channeling the information with that gift that I've been brought to help you along your journey. But I'm going through it too, so it's so fun to learn from you guys and what your experiences have been. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today. I would love it if you like, share, and subscribe. It helps me get my messages out to other people who may find them beneficial in their journey. So check out the description box below if you haven't already. It gives you a link to a video on how to create flow in your body for health and wellness. But what I always say is, more importantly, it sends you to more free content. Once a week on Fridays, I send an email with a poem and some conversation around that poem from the Light Keepers to help you on your journey forward in the next week. So that's what I use my email list for, sending you free content. And what I want you to know about that too is what I have been told, and this is why I do the Light Keepers channels and the poetic messages, is when they first came to me, they said, this carries vibration. These words carry vibration. So I did a collection over a course of a year, and now I share those regularly through Facebook under Purple Rain Healing. I share them weekly also that come through for the following week on my email list, and oftentimes I'll share them on my YouTube videos. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me there and here as well. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and see what else we get. I have no idea. I did a lot of this already in the 15-minute video or so that I just put out this early this week. So let's just see what they want to say today. Oh, dear one, we find, chart your journey of all time. It's here on your doorstep. Yes, we say the solstice opened it up in your day. Ooh, I have chills. Whoa, do I have so many chills. See the light that comes in, we say every yes, oh, which day. For you to understand, too, the kernels of things that are in front of you. Breadcrumbs we find, but you are in the journey of all time. You've shifted and changed, and as you know, the solstice has launched you forward, and so flying off of the cliff you do, and sometimes swooping down, nearly hitting the ground, we say too, but most often your vibration is high, we find. Sailing the skies you are doing in time, and others are coming, oh, your way, but the difficulties of the turbulence in your way, whoa, lots of chills, will bounce you and buffer you and swing you around. Whoa. Turbulent days in the collective and how. But you find your way, past it we say, taking your wings and flying away. And looking down on the others too, you have not left them, but you know what to do. You chart your own course, for oh yes we say, you can move around the turbulence in your day. Do not get sucked in. Oh yes we find, we've talked about this oh many a time. For now you are lifting all up we say, continuing on oh yes your own way. But as you journey further, we find, and coming back and centering into your own time, observing what is happening out there, we say, but not getting sucked in, for it will change your energy. Oh, yes, every day. Come back into yourself, we find, for you know the recipe just for yourself in time. And then as you do this, oh, we say, you will bring the others always in your way. For as you encounter everyone we find, we have told you, you change them and help them along in time. Your smiles, your bright eyes, your joyousness too, and even your tears and sadness for you. For it is about the expression of you, we say, the light that is offered in your day. And tears are a way to cleanse, we find, the cellular memory of all time. Others need to see you, yes, we say, to know that it's okay to express in your way. For this is how we clear. In humankind we find one of the ways is emotion and tears in time. For they are coming along in their day. You will see so many more awakening up in your day. For this is, oh, the summertime. Yes, we find that launches you off from the solstice in time. Brings more yes your way. You will see others join you in your day. For as the collective sees your light, we find, and you do your self-healing and continue in your way in time. Do not tread off the pathway, we say. Oh, yes, we know that sometimes you'll take a different way, but you always come back, oh, yes, we find, because you can't do anything else other than follow your own course in time. The love of your life, it is you, we say, and then you are able to love others and have them come your way to give you the love that you give yourself, we say, too, and you'll see it around in others' eyes as well, we say, too. So center yourself and know, we say, that this is about the light pathway. You will be journeying higher, we find, but you never lose sight of all the others in time. For you are here, the light worker, we say, the one who is here to save the day. First and foremost, yourself, we find, because if everyone does this in time, guess what we have, we say, the ascension journey of all the collective in the day. Whoa, okay, that was a really long poem. I always get amazed by these because my human, as I've talked about channeling, my human's still here. It's just that I'm this clear vessel for the information to come through. So on occasion, I'll do things like, oh my gosh, I have chills, and then they just launch right back in. So that, I kind of feel like that's what I'm supposed to say to add to what we just got done saying, but we're going to see if we can get more information to assist you forward. Okay, I'm going to ask if we can talk about anything in the collective that we need to know about. We already really kind of talked a little bit about that earlier, but so tell me, let's just give some sense of collective and then individual. If there's anything else there about what we've got coming up, I'll just say in July. Okay, they're talking about setting the stage. Okay. Okay. All right. As we've started to see with some recent decisions in the United States of late, law-wise and whatnot, as most of us are aware, we've talked for some time now about the institutional breakdown, the constructs, the old earth breaking down. So remember, we have old earth, new earth. And for those of you who are new, this is not about a literal earth showing up and we all go, okay, I've done my work. I'm leaving you guys with this old earth to deal with. I don't want to deal with this anymore. That's not how it works. It works in a way where it's vibrational and energetic. And so what we're seeing is the old, and again, I know for those of you who have listened to me for some time, this is old information, but it's always good to hear it again. The old is breaking down, old institutions, constructs, belief systems, but it's not the apocalypse scenario, okay, that we love to dramatize over. I've been told over and over again, that is not what's going to happen. We've come too far in humankind to have to start all over again because we've done that many times, okay? We're here in a technology day where we need to not only have the technology and understand it at the level we do, and it'll be even higher than that, but we have to have the consciousness come with it. So what we have here is we have two things going on: technology, consciousness. Technology, consciousness. And where the two shall meet, they just said, okay. Anyway, so to understand this, what we're having, and you're seeing this, you're seeing the foundations crumbling or being rebuilt in some way. But these old clunky institutions, these old belief systems, these old box you in kinds of ways of living as humans are breaking down. You see it everywhere, okay? Just cracks in the crevices, and if you're really aware, you can see, but, okay, they just said on the surface, it is not what it seems. So we as humans will look at something that is happening and go, oh my God, how can that actually be? How can spirit allow this to happen when we're this, and this, right? Or we see it from a human perspective. It's often the opposite and often a catalyst for us to come back into ourselves. I just heard that, come back into ourselves. Whoa, lots of chills, lots of chills. So what's happening is we're starting to see this. So their point is, okay, they just said start reframing things. Start looking at this from a different perspective, these shifts and changes, because things are breaking down, but they're opportunities. Okay, they're really showing opportunities. Oh, they're showing a question mark. Oh, they just said, what will it be? Time to come. See, we're reframing this. We're recreating. We are creating the new earth by having these things break down. Okay, now remember, when we say break down, it's not like, oh good, that's gone. No, it's probably oftentimes just the opposite, right? It may just be like, whoa, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would this happen in this day and age? That's a good thing, or whatever, right? Nope, that's not how it works. It's about reframing, rebuilding from a perspective we have not had before, all right? Or that maybe we had in the back of our mind that now we're saying, okay, wait a minute. This is how we construct the new earth. But what we're going to see more and more, I'm very much getting, we've talked about this before, we're at the start of this, because the old Pisces age energies, that's old institutional belief systems, constructs, human created stuff, right, that we've all believed in and boxed ourselves in. That's all going by the wayside. So what we have to have is the breakdown first, so we fully move into the Aquarian age energies, which is, that's not like going to happen overnight. We're in for, okay, now when I say this, I'm not sitting here trying to be Debbie Downer at all, but manifestation takes time. We're in these energies where, yes, big things can happen, but then to get to the new takes time. We're in a manifestation stage now. And this is why I talked last time about the individual and our individual manifestations, the fork in the road, what we are growing inside ourselves, which will then manifest outside of us. And again, you can extrapolate that out. If every single person did that in some way, That's the collective, right? That's a collective. That's us. So it starts with us individually. It's not about us asking somebody else to do something different. It may be us influencing them in a way. But anyway, my point in that is this individual journey that then we are creating out of this new Aquarian age energy. But it's not happening overnight. It is a day-to-day, okay, they just said struggle. I mean, it is for humans because we get frustrated, sad, upset, also impatient. And one of our biggest lessons in this journey is patience. Is this takes time in our what we are living in is this human world and coming out of this 3D muck. Many of us excuse me, are living above that, okay, vibration, and we do this kind of thing. We've talked about this before. We're living in a higher and higher vibration, so we're continuing to bring the others along, which also causes, and I'm going to tell you this right now, that causes more of the breakdown. So the work we're doing actually is causing what you're seeing out there to happen because it has to happen. It's the only way to break down. So the light, as we do our work in the awakening, it's shaking this old foundation we've had. So this vibration is like, it's kind of like it's pulling it and cracking it. Does that make sense? And bringing it along, but it's got to break down. Oh, do I have chills? I've had so many chills throughout this conversation. So anyway, and I tell you this because a lot of people may have just found this for the first time. I would say go back, listen to some of the other videos that I do on my own. Well, not even just that, with Jennifer and myself. But the point is for July, I just heard the words independence. Whoa. Oh, now they're saying yes, yes, yes. Well, we have July 4th, which is just coming up in the United States, but it doesn't have anything to do with that. Remember, they always speak in metaphors. Independence you will find in your journey of all time. Going your own way, we find in your day. This is the month of independence, we say. Okay, I don't know exactly what that means. I know it's a metaphor, though, too. It's a metaphor for this shift and change because they're talking about charting your own pathway, charting our own pathway. Like July, it almost feels like, oh God, they said it's like another Independence Day, not the movie. Independence Day. It's like, wow, the whole month. How is that going to unfold? Okay. So what they're doing is they're taking us back into the understanding of the awakening journey, that it's a singular, they just said singular event. And I'm talking about for yourself. It's about you. It is about you. It's about you then doing this work in this journey and then vibrationally shifting and changing, which affects the collective. And I know you know this when we sit here and we go, I don't understand how what I'm doing here today affects the collective. Oh, yes, you do. Because guess what? Right now, and I'll tell you this because I know this from clients, people's family members are waking up and it's happening. This is the big year, remember? Because 2020 cracked us open. This is the big year. So what we got right now, independence. Oh, the independence struggle. Okay, so we've got, I mean, I have clients that are saying, oh my God, what's going on with, and it's happening. It's happening. So I bet you all know somebody, or you will, I guarantee it, that is starting to, they just said under your influence, that may be spending time with you, that sees your shift and change. And remember, it's not about what you say. It's about your light. It's about what you do. It's about how you treat yourself. It's that shift and change you've made. All those kinds of things that they see, that you've shifted and changed, and you're journeying into a life that you are meant to live. And so it's happening in July. They're showing, wow, okay. So, there's so much energy in July. Independence Day, wow. More coming into the awakening journey we're going to find. There's a lot of energy in July. It feels, we're still in this solstice wave, which is not ending anytime soon. I mean, it's, so what it did, we talked about this. We talked about how eclipse energies, I am feeling very lightheaded right now. The eclipse energies, the step up, okay? Step up to solstice launching off. But here's the thing, and we talked about it being a wave also. It's not ending. You're on the wave. And this wave keeps going. It's going through summer. But July is, they're talking about the time of great independence. We're going to see other things start to, they're talking about crumble. Again, I'm not trying to put fear in anyone because that's not what this is about. We're going to have stuff that happens because things have to break down. I don't know what they are. Well, we know, it's the box we've created that, oh, they just said needs reframed. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. The box we've created that we've lived in as humankind, it needs reframed. And, we've gone into a lot of the detail of the specifics around all of that. But so what I want you to know, and I'm probably going to end this here because I feel like they could just keep talking, and that's the thing about channeling, is you can just keep going and going and going, and then it kind of doesn't serve itself, because I really want you to get a point out of this. But I'm very much getting, July's like a bubble, like this energy that came in the solstice, well, actually started building in the eclipse, is, gosh, they keep saying Independence Day. Okay, I want to try to see what we've got for world events. I just heard, okay, I don't know. Politicians will cry, they're talking about. They will see their wisdom in time, and not, we say, for it will fall apart right in front of their face one day. But leaders from all over, we say, will be taken over by the storm of light workers in their way, each to their own. Oh yes, we say too, will find their way through the muck and mire, we say too. But worldwide will be a time of questioning and wondering, for the masses have spoken in time. It is happening, you see it. Oh yes, we say. The patriarchy is starting to crumble, and you see it in your day. It starts slowly, and then we say too, like a tsunami of rush, of the wave all over, we say too, across the worldwide. Oh, you'll see it in small pockets, but then it becomes the big wave in time. For you have led the way, we say, the light worker of yes all day. Although you at times will feel, we say too, this is a slow process. Oh yes, we understand that, we say too, but it is not, and it is more powerful, we say, because you cannot see what is happening in your day. Remember what we say, oh yes, too, of the energy that you have built, we say too, that joins to the collective and rocks and shakes, we say too, the old foundation to build something new. For swaying back and forth, it will happen worldwide too. We say again, it is Independence Day. Oh yes, for all of you. Okay, so some of you probably are like, I don't like these lightkeeper poems, because sometimes they're hard to follow, and they're metaphors, right? Lots of times. But boy, they wanted it to come through. So I have not done channeling like that with their poems, or their, kind of rhythm and rhyme like this in some time. So July, as I finish this up, you know what? Did we talk about, I think we did, the boil, the volcano, the something ready to pop, and July and Independence Day. It's all connected. I don't know how that's going to show up, manifest in events, but what I want you to know is it may show up in your life too. This is so understand, this isn't all going to look good on the surface, because that's how we get attention drawn to things. I mean, if it's all happy and wonderful, we just go about our life and go, oh, good, and we become complacent, even in our own life. This is not how this works, okay? That's not how this works. We're going to see the icky stuff. We're all here playing roles to make this happen. So understand that. Look at these things as an observer. Don't lose yourself in them. That's the most important thing. Yeah, go look at it, and then be aware of yourself. Take a deep breath. Pull yourself back and go, okay, that happened. And then you'll find out where you fit in all of that, right? Where do you fit? Some of us, light workers, are going to go, that's my calling. Boom. And you're gone. And you're working on the thing, right? Where you've basically been maybe sitting in your house waiting for something to happen. And now your calling is coming, right? That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I have so many chills. This is where we are right now, okay? Our callings are coming. That's that fork in the road. That's that path. Our callings are coming. They're here. Just be self-aware. Keep doing your work. Don't change the foundation of things. I mean, you're going to tweak it a little bit, but keep that beautiful foundation you've created or are creating. You always got to come back into yourself. You cannot lose yourself in the muck. I'm seeing it happen with a couple of people, okay, that I know very closely, getting lost in the muck of the things that are happening, and they're losing themselves. Now, I do feel they'll come back, but you got to be very self-aware, okay, and not drown yourself in the thing. Those of us who have the calling to that, we're ready. We know what we need to do, and we know how to take care of ourselves, but you're going to know the calling, okay? Anyway, I'm going to finish this up today. This is your July energy update, along with what I just did a few days ago. So I would say definitely, if you're new to this, if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to that too. But I think we really covered kind of all the ground here today as well. So thank you so much for joining me. If you want to work with me and get all your own channeled messages, work with me mentoring one-on-one for your awakening journey, or if you don't even know if you're going through the awakening journey, I channel information for their very specific life journey. I work with you one-on-one, whether you want an audio recorded version where I just channel for you based off of the information you've given me, or we can work one-on-one together on the phone or via Zoom if you're international, and we can continue to work together over the course of time at your choosing for your awakening and ascension journey. And for those of you who don't know if you're going through your awakening journey, as I said, I work with you too. So I work with everybody in helping you on your way forward, offering you channeled information for your consideration. Check out purplerainhealing.com. I would love to work with you, and I wish you the best in this month of July to come. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.